Hi, I'm Andrea from Pink Cake Princess. I'm going to show you how to decorate this really cute dress cupcake today. Don't forget to also click that subscribe button to be updated every time I upload new videos. Okay, I'm going to be using 2 of my regular size vanilla cupcakes. Now you can find the vanilla recipe on the link right here if you want to click that. And all I'm doing here is filling out one with some buttercream. And with the second one, I'm just going to place it on top and I'm just going to squish it in. And then I'm going to use my serrated knife just to go around the top and trim the edges off there so I can create more of a dome finish. Okay, now I'm just going to get my spatula and I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to fill in all the gaps there, just gently pressing in and then kind of like lifting up. And then I'm going to do that all the way around, and I'm going to cover the top bit as well because we need buttercream all over it so that the fondant icing will stick to it afterwards. Now if you watch till the end, you'll also get a tip on how I create some paper doily cupcake covers to cover your cupcake bottoms as well. Okay, now I'm rolling out some fondant icing here. You can find out more about fondant icing and list of materials in the video description below. I've left it fairly thick. It's about 1/2 centimeter thick or 4 mils thick, and I'm using my Palate knife just to trim some of the sections off, and I'm basically creating that shape to form the bodice of the dress cupcake. Now all I'm doing there is just using my fingers to gently press in the bottom to give it more of a waist, and then just the top bit slightly so that it's ready for the sleeves as well, and that there are the measurements if you guys are actually looking for them. Okay, so now I'm just trimming off a couple of sleeves for the dress, almost like triangle shapes, but just with the little bits at the bottom cut off. And now I'm just going to use a little toothpick. I'm just going to go around and create tiny little indents just to give it a little bit of detail so that it looks a little bit like stitching on the dress. And that's it. You're just going to put it aside so that it can set. Same thing here, using my toothpick just to create some indents so that it does look more like fabric. And I'm just going to put it there for about 10 minutes. Okay, now I'm just showing you what I'm using here. The blue thing is called a petal pad. I'm going to use a skewer as well just to create frills for the dress. And if you didn't have that blue petal pad, you can also use something foamy like the white piece that I just showed you as well. Okay, now I'm using 3 different types of circle cutters. It's roughly about 4 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and 9 centimeters. I'm using the large one to cut out a disc of fondant and the smallest one to cut out the middle. Okay, now if you don't have circle cutters, you can also cut out cardboard templates and use a pointy crafts knife to be able to cut out your circles. Okay, now I'm using my wooden skewer and I'm just going around and I'm just frilling the fondant. All I'm doing there is just using my fingers just to press gently down on one side. And as I'm doing that, I'm also twisting the skewer with my other hand. And that's it. That's your frilled piece of fondant done. Now I'm just going to drape it around. Now if there's excess you can cut it off, but this one fitted perfect and it sticks to the buttercream as soon as I press down onto it. Okay, now onto my second piece of fondant. I'm cutting out with the same large cutter and the same small cutter, and I'm using the middle size cutter as well to cut out a circle. Okay, now I have been dusting my surfaces so that it doesn't stick. I'm using corn flour to dust with, and I'm just covering my excess piece there with a Ziploc bag so that it doesn't dry out while it's sitting there. Okay, again filling my fondant there, using the wooden skewer, pressing down on one side and just slowly turning the skewer as I'm pushing it along as well. Okay, and that's it. That's the second piece done. Now I'm just going to wrap that around. Now this should have a little bit of excess left over because I'm only using a shorter portion of it. So I'm just going to trim that off with my Palate knife. And that's it. Now onto the last piece. Again, dusting it so that it doesn't stick to the blue petal pad or my tools. And again, just going around with my skewer just to create the frills. Now if you are liking this tutorial so far, don't forget to also click that thumbs up icon below. It just lets me know that you guys like it, and it only takes a second to do. Okay, so that's basically it. The last frilled piece has been created, and I'm just going to place it on top and gently press it down onto my cupcake. Okay, and now I'm just going to assemble it. I'm using a little bit of water just to attach it. And as I'm doing it, I'm just gently pressing it in so the waist stays thin. And I'm also pressing it down a little bit just to flatten it a little bit or shorten it a little bit. And it creates the bottom a little bit wider so that it's more balanced and it won't drop over on you. If you have edible glue, it's easier to stick with edible glue. And that's it. You just leave it there. You can see it's slightly thicker at the bottom compared to the top. Okay, now for my little tip, you can use some paper doilies to create a cover for the bottom of your cupcake. And I'm just trimming it out here. I'm using half of it and then just cutting out the middle section. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of sticky tape. And I'm using it upside down for this dress cupcake because it looks nicer that way. And there you have it, really, really cute. But you can also use it the other way to cover your regular cupcakes. And that's a really cheap way to do cupcake covers. And that's it. That's my dress cupcake. Hope you guys like it. And if you do, don't forget to support my channel by sharing and also clicking that subscribe button. Okay, you guys have a fantastic day and thank you so much for watching. Bye for now, you guys take care.